So funny enough, one of the most popular dishes in banquet halls and Italian restaurants is chicken piccata. And it's no wonder. I mean, it's delicious. Salty, briny capers, lemon, white wine sauce, it's buttery. It's just absolutely outstanding. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a restaurant quality chicken piccata at home. And when we're done, you're gonna be able to knock this out every single time. We're gonna go step by step, how to cut the chicken, how to make the sauce, how to cook it, all of it. We're gonna leave nothing out. Now, if we're meeting for the first time, my name is Michael Ponzio and I make cooking videos for you. So for the sake of this video, I will list all the ingredients and the recipe down in the description so you won't miss a single thing. Now, let's take a look at what ingredients we need. First thing we need is chicken breast, and we're gonna deal with this later, but you want a nice, thick chicken breast. Try to avoid things that are marked random chicken breasts or that are too massively big. A nice 6-ounce size chicken breast is gonna be tender and delicious as it cooks. To actually prepare the chicken, we're gonna need a few eggs, some all-purpose flour, and those are gonna serve for the batter of the chicken. But let's take a look at what we need for cooking it. We need olive oil, garlic, salt, butter, capers, lemon. You want to get a good chicken stock. You can buy those, not a chicken broth, but a chicken stock. A broth has seasoning, whereas a stock is neutral. And if it's a good chicken stock and not a chicken base, the gelatin in there, the natural gelatin, is going to help mount the butter and give a very silky mouthfeel. And the last thing we're going to need is white wine. And you don't need an expensive white wine. You just need a good white cooking wine. And you can buy those at any grocery store. They have them available, and they're pretty cost effective. Now for tools, we're gonna need a pair of tongs, a knife, cutting board, a flat saute pan, and that's it. So it's not a lot to make this dish. There's more ingredients than there are tools. So let's start first with the chicken, getting that cut, then we'll build the breading mixture. I'm gonna link timelines down below so you can jump ahead to any single point if you're re-referencing the video and you just wanna find, hey, when he's building the sauce or when he's cutting the chicken. It'll all be linked down below in the description, as will the tools, the recipe, everything. So when you're dealing with the chicken, you want to cut off any loose straps of fat. As it cooks, it's going to get a little bit slimy and not very good and a little chewy and rubber bandy. We don't want that in our chicken. We want a nice, tender, succulent chicken. The next step that we're going to do is called butterflying the chicken. And to butterfly the chicken, I'm going to take my hand and hold it up like this and use the knife to come along the wide part of the breast lobe and then pull it back as I go, just gently fanning this out so it looks like a heart or a butterfly. Now I'm going to set this chicken aside till we're ready to use it. We need to crack a few eggs to make our batter. And finally, it's time to batter the chicken. So what we're going to do is actually take the chicken and we want to get a nice even coating of flour on each side of the chicken. And then we're going to shake the excess flour off and dip it into the egg batter so it's coated on each side. Now once this is done, the chicken can sit in this batter until you're ready to cook it. So let's head over to the stove and start cooking our chicken. I want to preheat my saute pan over a nice medium heat and give it enough time so that the pan can evenly heat all the way through. Now that my pan's been preheated, let's start cooking. You want to add just enough oil to kind of glaze the bottom of the pan. Once we have this, we want to shake any excess batter off the chicken and place it right down into this preheated pan. It's important to note that your pan has to be hot enough or else the egg batter on your chicken will stick to the pan instead of to the chicken. I don't want to flip my chicken too early or I'm going to lose some of the batter that I'm forming. But as you can see, the chicken is starting to take on a very nice color. I wouldn't add any more than 2 chicken breasts to this size pan, so if you're doing a larger batch, get a larger pan or brown it in steps. Once my chicken has a nice golden brown color, I'm going to flip it and do the same to the other side. This initial sear is extremely important because it's going to make sure that your chicken has a nice even batter on it so that it can grab that sauce and give you that rich chicken dish. Now at this point, when my chicken has color on both sides, I'm going to actually lower my heat down a little bit and see if I need a little more oil. I could use a touch more here. And with the lower heat, I'm going to add the garlic in. The reason I don't want it over a high heat because that garlic is gonna burn really quick and give a very bitter flavor. The lower the heat, the more the garlic caramelizes and brings out the sweetness. After that garlic has started to roast and caramelize a little bit, I'm gonna take my pan off the heat and add the wine. Pretty simple. The reason I take my pan off the heat is so you don't have a big flare up because there's heat and alcohol reacting at the same time. So removing it from the heat when you pour it in is gonna help you avoid that completely. At this point, I turn it up to a full boil and I want that wine to reduce down by about half. I'm just looking to get that alcohol smell out of the wine where it burns up in your nose. Now I'm gonna add chicken stock, butter, capers, and a little bit of salt. And I'm gonna let this boil. As it's boiling and reducing down, the butter and the caper flavor and all that are cooking into the chicken breast, and the chicken breast is cooking in the sauce as it goes. If I have a little too thick of a chicken breast, I will flip it about halfway through to make sure that the heat is penetrating all sides of the chicken. Now what's happening as this boils down is the gelatin is fortifying in the chicken stock, which means that it's getting stronger, it's getting more concentrated. So the butter in there is gonna mount with that and create this creamy sauce without adding any cream. Obviously we have butter, so it does have dairy, but there is no cream in here. Every once in a while, I just come and shake the pan a little to make sure that the stock and sauce is covering all the chicken. Now some restaurants and places use things like a roux or cornstarch to thicken the sauce, but if you have a good chicken stock, the gelatin and butter are gonna do it all for you. So we just reduce it down completely, no thickening agents or anything like that. So this boiling process can take some time depending on the strength of your stove. So if your chicken breasts are fully cooked already and your sauce is still pretty watery, take them out and put them on a plate and continue to boil your sauce down. But if not, like what we have here, we're gonna do this start to finish all together. You can see as the sauce cooks, the bubbles start to get bigger. That's a really good sign because that means a lot of the excess liquid is cooking out of the sauce and the sauce is starting to really concentrate and fortify. Now to check the chicken, I usually flip a piece over, use the tip of my tongue, and just break it open to see if it's fully cooked. That is looking gorgeous. So I'm gonna take the chicken out of the pan and place it on a plate here. Now the final step is the finishing of the sauce. And that's when we add the lemon and check for seasoning. I don't add lemon too early because what's gonna happen is it's not gonna be fresh and have that acidic pop. It's gonna kind of mute and muddle in the sauce as it cooks. So we take our sauce, which has gotten nice and thick and rich. We're gonna squeeze some fresh lemon in there. So we're gonna take our finished sauce and pour it right over the chicken. You wanna make sure you get a nice coating of sauce on top of each breast. And you can see this chicken is delicious. The sauce is rich and silky. It's got a bright lemon flavor, a great brininess from the capers. So try it at home, let me know what you think. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, you're gonna like some of the other ones we have. Check out the channel. If you like what you see, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything ever. Like I said earlier, I will link the recipe, everything we use in this video down below so you can reference it, timestamps, and put in the comments if you try this because I wanna hear about it. If you have questions, put them in. I'll do my best to get back to you guys. But have a great day and cook on.